let's go into, some actionable steps that, young men, young women too. Like, this isn't just a male issue, predominantly it is, but anyone who's listening who's like, man, I've been struggling. God's talking to me through this podcast. I need some help. What are some actionable steps? I mean, one, I want to say, and I'm going to put your contact info in the show notes, obviously, men, you can reach out to me or Frank. But now let's get into like some actionable steps that young guys can take to actually, nipping this in the bud and being free of it.
Yeah, no, this is amazing, because this is really what my life is dedicated to doing at this point. I mean, my work, the majority of my focus is going into building our coaching platform, and all the work that we're doing around helping guys truly break free. So extremely, grateful to have the opportunity to speak on some of this. I think, the first step, it's really, it's got to become an acknowledgement of that the issue is there, and then identifying where is the issue actually showing up in life. So I can say I have a problem with porn, but how is this problem with porn impacting certain areas of my life? And for me, it's easy to kind of put your life into kind of 5 pillars or 5 areas. So you have faith, fitness, finance, family, and freedom. So those are my kind of 5 tiers of what's called a superhuman life or a structured life, however, whatever word you want to do that. So how is my habit, or how is my use of porn impacting my faith life? Obviously, pretty clear there. How is my faith life impacting my fitness being health, body? You can really do a lot. Yeah, you can do a lot there. How's that impacting my finance, family, and then freedom really being in the way that obviously I went with words that started with F, but freedom is the time that you have outside of your workday. So what are your hobbies, activities, things that you do when you're not working your 8 to 10 hour workday? So that can be family stuff. It could be gym. It could be a lot of different things. So steps is obviously an acknowledgement, and then really identifying where is it infiltrating and where is it impacting your life. Now, once you've done that, creating a vision of your life, and I'm going to get into how to kind of use dopamine in your advantage here. So if you've identified where your life is being impacted by your pornography, the next step is to create a vision of that life without pornography in it. So I know porn is, having a negative impact on me physically because I'm watching it between the hours of 12 p.m. and 2 a.m. So I'm not getting ample sleep, which is causing me to not wake up in time. And the only time I could go to the gym in the morning, the only time I go to the gym would be in the morning. So in order for me to get up and go to the gym in the morning, I have to stop watching porn at 12 o'clock at night so I can be asleep and then wake up. So I've identified it over here. It's impacting me because it's allowing me not to go to sleep. In my next step, in my vision, I am a guy that wakes up every day and is at the gym at 6 p.m. and declare it and get really, really clear on it. So touching real quick on dopamine, I'm sure your audience, I mean, it's become this massive, massive word. Maybe bigger for me because it's where I'm going to. Yeah. This is where my world is living right now, but I'm sure the majority of your audience is familiar at least with the term dopamine. So dopamine is a neuromodulator. It's a reward center within our body. So it's designed there, God put it in there, that when we're on the right path to going somewhere, we get a hit of dopamine. It's like to say, hey, you're doing the right thing, keep going down that path. Like when you're in the gym, like if you set a goal, I know you're competing for a bodybuilding show right now. You're getting ready to. So you've set this goal. So you're going to get dopamine every time you go to the gym and you feel like you're moving towards that goal. Well, dopamine is also released in a sexual act. So what happens with pornography is because it's literally like a gallery of unlimited naked chicks and unlimited sex, is you're getting this massive dopamine, like every new image, every new video. Literally, you start to kind of atrophy that receptor. Yeah. Now, with an addiction, what an addiction is, it's a narrowing of the things that bring you pleasure. So when you're addicted to porn, you've narrowed the things in your life that are going to bring you pleasure to where you're only going to get that dopamine hit with more and more pornography. Now, we talked about dopamine is released when you're in the pursuit of your goal. So why we have guys write a vision for their life without porn in the early stages is because in addition to removing the dopamine hits that they're getting from porn, we want to set them up to where they're getting dopamine in every part of their life. So create a vision for your life, Boom. Now we start building a plan and working you towards that. So we shut the dopamine off in porn, but now we're going to get dopamine in other parts of our day.
You guys are only going to see a recording, but I've been smiling like an idiot because this is just so good. Oh, Frank,